Hi crocheters of the world, in this tutorial we will work together. We won't crochet, we will knit. I already promised you a very easy project, knitted project, beginner friendly, and here it is. We have a little bit crochet and will be really fun. Now let me explain you a little bit the structure. It is a top down, it is contiguous. We will begin with the back side. So the only measure you need, the most important to begin this project, is the back of the neck. Okay, so that's it. From the back of the neck we will begin with the increases on the shoulders. Will be double increases, and in each row we will only work in garter stitch, so you will only knit, you won't purl, so only knit. And after we reach the the length, actually the width that we want, and this is the width, okay, so it's actually the circumference of the body, but with nice ease, lots of ease. We will so this is the end, let's say, of the yoke, not the end of the yoke. This is the first part of the yoke with the increases on the shoulders. Then we will divide, we will work front side, one front side, then the other front side, then the back side, exactly the same number of rows we need to work, and will be actually the opening for the arm. Okay, so you will just need to measure, obvious, the circumference, and it's you to decide how many rows you will work. Then we will join again together the back side and the two front sides. We will decrease a little bit here underarm just to give it a nice shape, and then we will work in length. Finished with that, we will crochet. We will join with this lovely crochet line, and we will put some crochet borders. Easy. The yarn that I use, we only ship to Europe. I know that you asked me, we only ship to Europe. I'm sorry, but that's it. The shipping costs are so high. We cannot ship in United States, or I don't know, Mexico. You asked me, so I'm sorry. So this is the yarn that I use. Actually, I asked you in a short that I uploaded some weeks ago. I asked you which of these, and thank you for your opinions. I actually put them both, and I alternated in a very randomly way. It looks so delicious. Actually, I love it. Now, so this is the yarn that I use. You can find the link below if you want to use exactly the same yarn. You will need 5.5 millimeters needles. We have it in solid colors too, and you can also, I give you another idea, you can also use this really lovely ribbon yarn that we have. It's absolutely fantastic. 3 or 4 skeins of yarns for a small to medium, 5 to 6, let's say, for a large, extra large, extra large. Okay, so that's it. Let's get started. So this is the yarn that I work with, and 5.5 millimeters hook, the same yarn that I worked my first blouse, contiguous blouse, and I won't make a swatch. I will measure on this one, but you have to make a swatch on garter stitch, and you will measure that bombed or which the purl, let's say, row, because the garter stitch is all purl and knit rows, and this purl you will count each loop of this purl row, only on the purl row. Put a needle on one side and on the other side. You must have 6 these stitches, and measuring it, it's about 4 centimeters. Now it's a little formula that you will have to use. It's on the right side of the screen, and if you have 4 centimeters, you have 6 stitches. In 20 centimeters that I need for the back of the neck, it's X. You will have to multiply 20 or 21 per 6, which is the number of the stitches, and divide it by 4, which is the number of centimeters in 6 stitches, and you will find out how many stitches you have to begin with, and actually take off 2 or 3 stitches of this number, because we will be larger as you will go ahead and work. Okay, usually this is a trick for the beginning with the top down blouses or cardigans, so it's better less. Okay, now this is the way it's my favorite way of casting on, so maybe just look, because I am showing you very slowly, so put the yarn like I did and try to work as I work. So under, then in between, take that loop, then like this. It's a little bit difficult to explain, but very easy if you just watch me how I worked. So under both, then in between, that you take that it's under on the needle and pull through the loop that you created, then pull the yarn so you have the perfect stitch. Okay, so again under the loop, then into the loop, you take it, you keep it with the finger and pull through, and okay, so this is how you will cast on. I have all my stitches. I cast it on 28, even if I had 30 or 31, so I take off 2 or 3 stitches. Now let us begin working 2. We only need, we work 2, we need 2 stitches, put a marker, we knit to the last 2 stitches, and we put again the marker before the last stitches, and this will be the middle of our contiguous lines. Okay, we will have 2 lines on the shoulder, as I explained it to you into the intro part. Sorry. So I have my last 2 stitches, I put the marker and knit the last 2 stitches. Okay, from the second row we will begin to increase for the contiguous lines. So knit back and right and back from the back. So knit normally and from the back. This is how we will increase. Knit 1, pass the marker, knit 1 and increase. Knit front and back. So this is how we will increase. Okay, so before and after the marker we'll knit 1 and 1, and before and after these knit stitches we will increase. So 2 stitches before the marker and 2 stitches after the marker we will increase. Actually this is the idea. Knit until the last 2 stitches before the marker, all the row, and into the second stitch before the marker, knit front and back, so increase. So we have 2 stitches before the marker into the first of these, knit front and back, so we increased, then knit 1 stitch, pass the marker, knit 1 stitch and knit front and back, so increase. You will increase for the contiguous in each row. Really important, so not in each second row but in each row, and the way you will increase is the same. So knit front and back into the second stitch before the marker and after the marker. Okay, so this is how you will continue on working for the yoke, for the contiguous yoke. It's easy, easy, easy. So the most important measure is this one, the back of the neck, which must be about 20 to 23 centimeters. And for the rest, we will just continue on. We will just continue on for the 5 to 7 centimeters. Okay, then we will begin to increase for the neckline. So I work one, I increase, because this is the second before the marker, then I knit, then I pass the marker, I knit, then I increase, so knit front and back. Then I work all my row until I reach the 2 stitches before the marker, the next marker, and then again the same thing. So for 5 to 7 centimeters, so you can work 7 centimeters like this. I work only 5, but with 7 it's better, because for the neckline, front neckline, is this. So I work about 8 rows. When we count the rows, we count the purl rows and the knit rows. Purl and knit, purl and knit. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 I have, and I knitted in I increased in each row. Please don't forget to increase in each row. This is the most important part of the contiguous, actually. So please do it in each row. And now from this row I will begin to increase into the second and into the second to last stitch of each second row. So each second row, and this is for the neckline. I will increase like this until I will have the sum of the stitches on the front side the same as the total number of the stitches of the back side. So yes, I work about 5 centimeters, but as I can say now, you can go ahead and work 7. You will have a nice and large neckline in front. Mine was a little bit not that wide. So I increase. Okay, I increase, I work front and back, I increase, I knit front and back into the second stitch. Okay, and I have that little bump there, so this is how you will understand that you increase, but there is another method. Just put a marker on. Now I will go ahead and increase for the I am 2 stitches before the marker, so I increase front and back for the contiguous increase, then knit the next, pass the marker, knit and increase front and back, knit front and back. Okay, so this is how we will continue on for not for the rest of the neck, but until we will have the sum of the both front sides, same number as the back side, and then we will stop knitting, increasing on the front sides. Okay, we will continue on with the contiguous only. So in this for this increasing into the second stitch, and I am increasing on the second contiguous line. I'm at the end of this row where I began to increase on the front sides too, so I just want to show you how to increase into the second to last stitch. I am into the second to last, work back and work front and back. I forgot to increase. Work front and back, and then work the last stitch. Okay, so this was the first row with the increases on the both front sides for the neckline, and of course with the contiguous increases we will just continue on exactly as I explained you in each row. Now what you have to do is to put a marker into the stitch that you increased. Okay, one of that two stitches, is not important in which one, on one side and on the other side. Why? Because like this you will understand which is the row that you have to increase. If you are a beginner, will be a little bit easier for you to understand, because it can be confusing. Okay, so this is the row that you don't increase because you already increased, so you have the marker exactly into the stitch that is on the needle. This is how you can see that it's the row that you don't need to increase, because the marker is into the stitch that you just increased. And so you will work without the increasing on the front side, but of course you will increase contiguous increases. Here I am, I increased once and now twice. On the other side I work exactly the same, and now I increased. This is the next row that I already increased, so I need to place the marker on. So in each row that you increase, place the marker on. We will keep on taking off the marker and placing on into the next row where you increase. So you will just understand which is. This is without increase. I'm finishing it. Okay, and now let me show you how it looks. A new row where I have to increase. Can you see that the marker is blocked into the stitch? So it's not into the stitch that is on the needle, but under that one. This means it is a row that we have to increase on the front side. So I increase into the second stitch, I work one more, and then I put the marker in. So place the marker, take it off and place it there. Okay, so this is the best method you have, so you won't forget into which row you need to increase for the front side. Because for the contiguous it's pretty easy. You just need to increase into the second before the second before the marker and the second after the marker. So it's really easy in each row. For the sides you increase into each second row, and that's why I am teaching you this trick, so you won't miss a increase row. Okay, so now we will continue on like this with these increases until we will have the sum of the front side the same number of stitches as the total number of stitches of the back side, counted from marker to marker on the back side and from marker to the end on the front side. Here I am. I just reached this number of stitches, so I will just put the marker into the last row where I increase on one side, on the other side. Don't forget about this, is very important. And from now on I will just continue on working only the contiguous increases, okay, until I reach the circumference of the body. Now I am explaining you on this blouse that is already ready. So the contiguous line must be about, mine is about 21 centimeters, and the most important question is always how long must be this line. So how many rows I will continue on with the contiguous. So this line, this horizontal line from the contiguous line to another, must be the half of your circumference of the body plus 15 to 20. I said 10 to 20 centimeters more. Then we will divide and we will work one front side, then the other front side, and then the back side separately. Okay, for the armholes. and then we will join together and we will work in length. So let's say it's, as I said, it's a easy construction. So this is what you have to understand. You have to work for about half of the half of the circumference of your body, plus 5 centimeters, let's say, because it's half plus 5 centimeters, or the entire circumference plus 10 to 20. Actually, I have 98 as the circumference of the body, let's say 100, and I worked about 120 centimeters length, so 60 centimeters length, the contiguous line from one line to another. Okay, so as I shown you, so I will continue on like this, working exactly now how many centimeters I have. So I have 60 centimeters, which is a circumference of 120 for my circumference that of the body, that it's about 100. So for me it's more than enough. From now on I need to divide to work first the right side of the front. So where I begin exactly, I put the needle on, I put a connector and another cord, and so I have it nice and large, and I will work all the front side exactly where I begin with the row normally, and I will work on only the front side, which is the right side front side. Okay, the right side front, yes. I just want to switch to the other color because I worked a little bit like this. I mixed up them. So the important thing is to have, as I said, 10 to 20 more centimeters as the circumference of the body. And there you can stop and you can begin to work as I am working now. Only front side. We will work straight, we won't increase anymore. And as you can see, I have there the connector. I put the stopper on, and now with this with this other cord I will put the needle on. So I will transfer all the work as I work the first row. I put the stopper on the other side. I will transfer all the stitches on this part until I reach the marker in between the front side. So this is the right front side, okay, exactly as you begin the row, normally begin the row. So knit all the stitches to the marker and like this we will transfer them on the other cord so we can just work them easily. And on the cord that I worked by now, it will remain the back and the other front, so the left front side. Okay. And of course you must write down or use a row counter as you wish. I used to write down actually. So I am at the marker. Okay, so I transferred all the stitches of the right front side, and now I will switch the needle on the short cord and the stopper on the long cord, the cord that I have the back and the left front side. Okay, so now I have it. I transferred all the stitches. I am ready to work the second row. This is the first row. You will work a the same number of rows, Same number of rows that you will work for this front side, you will work for the back side and the other front side. And this, the length, so how many rows? The length must be half of the arm circumference. Half. For me, 15 centimeters. So 30 centimeters is the circumference. So it's you to decide. Obvious, you will take this measure with ease, with 1 or 2, maybe 2 centimeters is better. So another very important thing, this number of rows must be a even number. So I actually worked 28 rows. I work the other side too, so I cut the yarn, I put the stitches on one cord, actually a remaining yarn that I have here, and I work the other side. Other front side. I just need to complete with the back side. Okay, so I work the right front side first, then the back side. Okay, then the left side front. Okay, exactly same number. And if you work correctly on the right side, you will have the yarn. Of course, you have to cut the yarn and to make a little knot. You will have the yarn in the inner part, not on the external part of the body. This is very important. And now I will begin to work the back. Okay, on the back I already have the cord and 2 stoppers, so I just need to substitute the stoppers with the needles. So I will put the stitches of the front side on the needle, on another piece of scrap yarn, as I did with the other side, and I will take the needles and work the back side. Same numbers of row, very important, same number of rows. So let me show you how to put. So with the left side you will have the yarn on the external part. With the right side you will have the yarn of the, and you will begin the back side as you imagine that you continue the row. Okay, so in the same direction. So where you begin the first right side, you just continue on the back side, exactly on the same direction. Very important this for the garter pattern stitch. If you won't begin like this, you will have 2 knit rows, one after the other, not one knit, one purl, and it is ugly. Okay, so please pay attention when you begin the back side to begin it exactly as you so we begin the right side, front side from the inner part, then the the back side we will begin it on the right side again. And actually I begin the left side front from the external part, so actually the part underarm, let's say. Hope that I explain it well enough, because it is important, this part too. So I am just transfer the stitches of the left front side on the scrap yarn as I did with the right side stitches. I like to use the scrap yarn to transfer the stitches. I don't like to use the cord or auxiliary cords. I don't know, I am more of this scrap yarn cords. Make a nice, tie a nice knot, secure, very secure knot. Of course you don't want to lose the stitches. Obvious. And now all that I need to do is to Can you see I began there on the right side with the inner yarn, and now I will begin on the right side. Okay, on the right side, please begin on the right side, the back. So I just substitute the stoppers with the needles. I will join the yarn, obvious, because I cut the yarn. Join the yarn and begin. We know we don't need the markers anymore because we won't contiguous increases anymore, so just work. I worked 28 rows for the front sides, so we will work exactly the same number of rows for the back side, and then we will just join together all. We'll just join together all. So we will continue on in length. Before we will continue on in length, actually we will put some decreases underarm, but only if you wish. So as I said, I write down. For me it's better. You can't use a row counter, but I use to this is my method. I write down the number of rows, and as I finish one I just cancel it with the pen, and that's all. I always have in my knitting bag pencil and pen and a notebook, and I really like to write down the measures because it's easier then. So I finished the back side too. So I worked the length that I need for the circumference of the arm. As I said, I work about 15 centimeters, which is 30 centimeters, 88 rows for all three parts, the two front sides and the back side. Now we need two markers to put underarm, and we will begin to work our joining row, and we will begin it from the front right side, exactly where we begin with the first part that we work by itself. So I said 15 centimeter, and the other yarns that we cut for the back side and the left side front, we just have to block. Please block them because it's important. So I will begin by transferring on the back cord all the stitches of the right, on the right side of the right front side, and then on the other side I will transfer the other front side. Okay, it's really easy because we just have to transfer all on the cord that we used to work the back side. Actually, as you remember, is the cord that we had on all the project, so back side and front sides, and it's there that I want to put them again, so I already put on this. So we have not joining but almost joining with the cord actually. And now I will do the same thing on the other side. So I will join the front side with the back side. So I will transfer the stitches of the front side, left front side, on the so this is the yarn that I have to cut now, where I worked the back side only, and I have to block it. I will block it immediately, so I don't want to forget to block it because it's very important. You just go up and down on the loops of the purl row. Okay, up and down on these loops, and for some stitches, and you just need to block it, and then I will transfer the other front side on this cord, and then I am ready to work the first row again with the three, so the joining row actually. So now I just join them because I put them together and on the same cord. Okay, but the joining row, it's yet to come. Okay, so this is another yarn that I have to block, tail that I have to block, because this is the left front side, so I began on the external part, so actually underarm must be the tail. Okay, so I cut the yarn, the scrap yarn that I have the stitches on, and now one by one, paying attention not to lose some stitches, very important when you do this, just be sure. And the yarn that I will begin the row, it's in the internal part on the right side, as I said before, exactly where I began to work the front side right by itself. So it's from there that I will begin to join, to work another row. This time I will work it again with all the stitches from the front, back, and the other front. So here it is. This is the yarn. That's why I said we need an even number of rows, because I have to turn back exactly where I began. Okay, now we have all on the same cord, and now I will begin from this side, so exactly where, as I said before, I will just tie a knot with the yarn that comes from the skein, and I will begin working the joining row. Okay. That's it. I have my knot tied, and let us begin. So we just have to join there, and I want to show you. So work knit all until you reach the last 2 stitches, and I will show you. Into the second to last we will increase, and then we will work the last of the right side front with the first of the back side. We will work them together in a decrease. So we increase and we decrease actually. Okay, so I have 2 more stitches left, and oops, I kind of lost them. 2 more stitches left. I am actually on the underarm. Prepare the marker 2, and I knit front and back, the second to last, and the last with the first of the back side together in a decrease. So this is how I join actually the front to the back underarm. Put the marker on, because before and after this we will decrease 4 or 5 rows. It's not necessary, even if you only if you want to. So I go ahead and work the back side. Only if you want to, you will put these decreases. But now let's focus on this part, joining row. Okay, can you see how I joined? Now I am on the other side, so I will I stop second 2 rows, 2 stitches before, and I increase front and back. This is the back side, and I work the last stitch of the back side with the front with the first stitch of the front side together, like this. Put the marker on and go ahead and continue on to the end of this row. And this was the joining row. From the next row we will work some decreases. Why? So if you think it's too large, because as I said the yoke must be nice and large, I left 20 centimeters more than my body circumference, so I just want to decrease about 5 to 6 centimeters. Okay, so it will be nice and large, or width actually, but not that large as the yoke. So I will create a kind of sleeve, let's say, with these decreases. But as I said before, you can just go ahead and work in length without decrease. So it's not important, it's not compulsory, only if you want to. This is what we have after we joined together again the parts. So we have the armholes ready, and before and after the marker I will decrease, but 2 stitches before the stitch before the marker, and I will knit before the marker, knit after the marker, and decrease after these 2 stitches. Exactly, let's say exactly as I worked for the contiguous increases. So I want to leave 2 stitches before and after the marker. Okay, so I will decrease before 1 stitch before the marker. I knit that stitch, pass the marker, knit 1 stitch and decrease. Okay, so not before and after the marker, but with this 1 stitch, one stitch before and 1 stitch after the marker. Okay, so I just put again my connector and the cord with the stopper, just because I want to lay it nice and flat. So you can try it, actually you have to try it as many times as you want with this cord that you have. So I have, as I said, about 56 centimeters. Okay, and I will show you how to decrease. This is the first row. I worked 4 rows with these decreases. So you will decrease in each row exactly as you did with the increases for the contiguous. So decrease in each row to have this shaping, let's say. Okay. Okay. About, so 3 stitches before the marker stop, you will decrease on the first 2 stitches, knit 1 stitch and pass the marker. Here I am. Okay, almost there. Okay, so 3 stitches before the marker, 1 2 3. I have to work 2 more. Okay, 1 2 3. So decrease the first two together. I decrease like this, so really easy. Then knit the stitch before the marker, pass the marker, knit the stitch after the marker, and decrease into the next two stitches. And this is the same thing that you will do on the other side, and you will do this for 4 to 5 rows, none more. Both sides, obvious, so underarm both sides. And that's it. Then you will just continue on in length, working obvious garter stitch, knitting always. So easy. Now you are just ready with your blouse. So I finished in length the blouse, and now I have to bind off the stitches. I just want to show you how it looks. So lovely. I have about 47 centimeters in length, and with the crochet border that we put, I will be about 50. For me it's perfect. And the contiguous line, it's about yes, 16 with 60, with which is the so 60 centimeters is the contiguous, from one contiguous to another, and after I decrease I have 56, so it's 112, actually 8 centimeters less. For me it's perfect. Now let us bind off the stitches. So I knit the first now. Don't pass, only knit, pass on the left, and then insert right needle through, and the second stitch knit it through the first. Okay, then leave them all down. Pass the stitch through it, insert hook, insert needle through the first into the second, and knit the second through the first, and let it fall down. Again, put the stitch again on the left side, the remaining stitch on the left side, then the second through the first, knit it, and let it fall down, pass the on the left needle, and so on. I love to bind off the garter stitch. For the garter stitch is perfect, elastic, very nice. Okay, and this is how I will continue on to bind off my stitches, and then we will begin with the crochet hook. Okay, so as I bind off, I actually have one row, it is formed actually one knit row and one purl row, which is actually the binding off row. Yes, I finished to bind off. Now if it's too high, the neckline on the front side, that's no problem, because I will just go a little bit, I want it a little bit wider, so I will just go down, and you can go down with the markers. You know that we left the markers into the last row that we increase, so I will just go down with some rows because I wanted it a little bit wider. Now we will only work another some rows. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows I went down. Okay, so that's no problem. Okay, now with the 4.5 crochet hook, and a contrasting color, I will work only into the knit rows. So we have that nice and popping up rows that are the purl rows, and in between we have the knit rows. So I will work only into the knit rows. Insert hook on the left side into the first knit row on the border and join the yarn, chain, and then insert hook into the same corresponding row, knit row, the first one, and slip stitch. And now we will work like this: into knit row on left side, slip stitch, then go into the same row on the right side, knit row, and slip stitch. Go into the next. So this is how you will work. Let me show you. So only into the knit stitches. So work slip stitch on one knit row and then slip stitch on the same knit row on the other side. This is how you will. I put some markers just to be sure that I'm working well. If you want to put some, you can, but it's really easy. So knit on a slip stitch on left side on the knit row, and then on right side on the same knit row. Knit row, slip stitch. Okay, so it's kind of zigzag. Really easy, but so lovely. So lovely. Just continue on like this. Let me just work some so I can show you. So into the left knit row, slip stitch, into the right knit row, slip stitch. Same level, same knit row actually. Okay, like this you just join it on the front side. Slip stitch on the left, slip stitch on the right, slip stitch on the left, slip stitch on the right. Don't work tight because it must be nice. Okay, just continue on, look at it, just work some, and I love it. I am just so happy with it, you cannot imagine. Actually, the first blouse that I worked, I sewn it on the front side. Then I came up with this idea. I love it. So here I am at the end. So where I put the marker for the, I work into that one with the marker on the left side again, but I will continue on the left side around the neck and then back on the front side. How? Into the knit row, slip stitch, and then slip stitch some stitches, 2 or 3 stitches back into the same row. So slip stitch into the knit row and back into the same row, slip stitch again, skipping 2 or 3 stitches. So on the border and then back into the same row, some stitches back. Okay, so you will kind of create the same effect. It's not the same, but almost. Okay, so this is how I will go ahead and work front side, back side, and the other front side, so I can have a nice border. Okay, so knit some stitches back. Slip stitch on the border, slip stitch some stitches back into the same knit stitch. Let me just show you how to look at it. So nice. Let me just show you how to work the same thing when you are on the back side. So on the back side you just slip stitch into the stitch and then slip stitch some one or two rows below. Okay, so into the stitch, the beginning stitches, and one or two row below. This is how we will create the effect on the back side, and then on the front side exactly as on the other front side. When I reach to the end, so into the other marker, just from the back side insert hook and pull the loop to the back side. Okay, and cut the yarn in between the loop. You go and cut and pull the skein yarn, and this is what you have. You will block obvious the tail on the on the wrong side, and that's it. Let's see how to work the bottom border. Okay, so I already worked my single crochet round, so not finish it, so single crochet actually into the stitch you go in between these bumped loops of the, so actually you can see the stitch in between them. Okay, these two loops is the stitch where you have to go and to work your single crochet. One, can you see them, and two. In between you can find the stitch. It's easy to insert. It's a stitch like a single crochet stitch actually on that part. You just go ahead and work in there, and then when you finish with the single crochet, just slip stitch to join the round, and we will work a round of triple crochets. And if you can create a multiple of 4, you will work as I shown you. If not, you can just triple crochet. So for the first triple crochet I just work 3 chains, and into the last I work my single crochet, and then only back loop of the single crochet work another one, and you can go ahead and work like this, only back loop, triple crochet all around. Okay, and that's just great, like this. Or if you have a multiple of 4, you can work 2 and the other 2, skip 1, work your triple crochet, they come back from the back and work the other one. Work 1 normally, triple, and the second normally triple, back loop only, and then skip 1 into the next, work your triple, and from the back come back and work into the skipped one. You can also work only these crisscross stitches, and for this you just must have a even number of stitches. Let's see on the sleeve how to work it. So you will work single crochet into the knit row, single crochet into the knit row, second knit row, and then single crochet into the purl row. Okay, so 2 knits, which means you skip the purl row in between, and then you work into the second purl row. So into the knit row you will work in each knit row, but into the each second purl row. Okay, like this. This is the purl row, I single crochet. So like this, not only into the knit rows. Okay, very important. And if you succeed with the multiple of 4, you work as I shown you the triple crochet. You can also work only triple crochet, normal triple crochet into your second round as you wish, or crisscross triple crochets, and that's it.